Right now at 4, breaking news out of western New York after a car explodes near a U.S.-Canada border checkpoint. We'll share everything we've learned.
And we're live from the airport on one of the busiest travel days of the year. What officials say you should do before you arrive to ensure a smooth experience.
And after weeks without significant rainfall, local farmers say they're feeling the impact of an ongoing drought. How they say they've gotten around slowed growth as many rely on local crops this Thanksgiving.
We begin with breaking news at the U.S.-Canada border. Thanks for joining us for the news at 4. I'm Nick Sturdivant.
And I'm Jane Monreal. So here's what we know at this hour. The Rainbow Bridge crossing that connects the U.S. and Canada in Niagara Falls, New York, is closed after a vehicle exploded. It happened in the last 90 minutes, where we've learned at least 2 people were in the car at that time. They both died. One Customs and Border Protection officer also suffered minor injuries.
And at this time, it's unclear if this was an accident or an intentional act. The FBI is on the ground investigating, along with multiple local, state, and federal law enforcement agencies. President Biden has been briefed, along with New York Governor Kathy Hochul. We are following this situation very closely, and we will bring you updates as soon as they become available.
Meanwhile, back here at home, burn bans in place due to the ongoing drought are set to be lifted later this evening at 5. Now, this comes amid the recent rainfall, but despite it all, much of the Carolinas is still dealing with significant drought conditions.
Yeah, right now, a line of storms passing through parts of our area, which could complicate travel plans. Here's a look at the radar right now, and you can see the storms making their way through Union County after coming in from the west.
Well, those storms creating pea-sized hail that's been dropping throughout the region. Want to thank Eric and Robert for sending in some great video. But must have been a scare to see that, momentary when you're not expecting it. All the rain was mostly done yesterday. As we check in now with meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees, checking out the weather and.
Well, Jane, of course, Nick, you saw that there. We kind of had those storms still moving through parts here of the area, including Union County. Here's another view here from Monroe downtown. Oftentimes these storm clouds, we call them shelf clouds because it's the outlying edge of a thunderstorm, can look a little bit ominous, almost like the day after tomorrow. But essentially, again, they are just that leading edge of a thunderstorm.
All right, we'll look forward to that. Thank you, Brittany. Well, the weather impacting holiday travel. In just the last 10 minutes, we've learned that all inbound flights to Charlotte are actually being held at the departure location until at least 4:15.
That means they'll be arriving later than expected. Now, this, as CLT expects, this Thanksgiving travel season to be the busiest it has seen. Thousands upon thousands of people are expected to pass through between today and Sunday.
Yesterday was also chaotic, of course, because of those storms, with hundreds of flights impacted. Right now, there are 184 flights currently delayed.
WCNC Charlotte's Jesse Pierre is live at the airport right now. And Jesse, how's it looking out there?
Live at the airport, Jesse Pierre, WCNC Charlotte.
All right, time and money. That's what it's going to cost you to get to the airport. Thanks, Jesse.
Well, we all know traveling can be stressful. That's why you will see this furry crew around. The airport therapy dogs. Look at them. They're so cute. The 4-legged volunteers are here to help relieve some of your travel pains. Just like the signs say, you are free to pet and love on them. The dogs' names are Church and Parker. Each member of the doggy crew is a registered professional therapy dog with at least 6 months of therapeutic experience.
I like the little crochet tail on
Right.
one of them. Well, with Thanksgiving just hours away, people are also gearing up for food to fill up the tables. But sometimes that idea isn't as easy to achieve for some.
Yeah, according to Feeding America, 1 in every 8 people are unsure where their next meal will come from. But there are some organizations here locally that are working to change that.
WCNC Charlotte's Austin Walker joining us live now from the Loaves and Fishes warehouse. And Austin, how's it been going today?
Yeah, so volunteers have been working all day long getting items out of shopping carts. And for now, we are live in Charlotte. Austin Walker, WCNC Charlotte.
That's such a great cause. All right. Thanks, Austin. The Novant Health Thanksgiving Eve Parade is kicking off later this evening.
That's right. Thousands are expected to line the streets of Uptown for the annual tradition. The parade moved from Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving Eve in 2021, not too long ago. It starts at the intersection of West 9th and North Tryon Streets. It is free to attend, but you can also buy tickets for reserved VIP seating. And our Lexi Wilson is there. She's going to bring us to the parade live at 4:30 as those final preparations are underway.
And for those planning on going to the parade or even driving through uptown Charlotte, there are a number of street closures to know about. You can learn more about them on our website, WCNC.com, or by downloading the free WCNC Charlotte mobile app. Still to come, despite the rain between yesterday and today, much of the Carolinas are still facing serious drought conditions. How local farmers say they've been navigating the problem as they've gotten ready to help with Thanksgiving meals.
And furry friends return to WCNC Charlotte tomorrow for the National Dog Show. Why the hosts say they hope one particular breed takes home the big prize. And a report finds 80% of the gifts we buy on the busiest shopping day of the year end up in a landfill. Now there's a charge to turn Black Friday into Green Friday, where some say you should take your business for a lower carbon footprint. That story's at 4:55.
And even though temperatures are going to be pretty close to normal as we head through tomorrow.
And right now at 6, we start by following that breaking news from Niagara Falls. FBI agents are on the ground tonight investigating a car explosion at the U.S.-Canada border. We thank you for sticking with us. I'm Vanessa Rufus.
And I'm Nick Sturtevant in for Colin Mayfield. There are a lot of things that are still unclear right now, but we want to go over what we do know at this point. First and foremost, within the past 40 minutes, officials gave us an update saying there's no indication of terrorism in this case. Now take a look at your screen. This is new surveillance footage into our newsroom showing the moment the car crashed into the security checkpoint. It happened earlier today on the American side of Rainbow Bridge heading into Canada. Now officials say after it crashed, the car caught fire, then exploded. The two people inside the vehicle were killed. Again, a lot of information, and we're waiting to get that right now. And although officials say they don't believe this was an act of terrorism, we don't know if the crash was intentional.
Yeah, and they say this is a really large scene, and it's going to take a while to look into this. We can tell you as well, the feds are working with Canadian officials to try to figure everything out. And of course, we'll keep folks updated at home when we learn new details. Meantime, though, we want to turn to another big story of our day today. That's the forecast, because in just a matter of hours today, we saw a storm move in. We saw it move back out. Here's a time lapse from our camera in the Ballantine area.
Yeah, check out these pictures right here on your screen. While it was here, it dropped some pea-sized hail across different corners of our area. You know, again, these are photos from viewers sent from Mooresville, Gastonia, Lake Wylie, and Charlotte. And we got some good news and bad news when it comes to the weather. Now, the good news, the burn ban has finally been lifted in 30 North Carolina counties thanks to this rain.
Yeah, the bad news, I guess you could say, that the rain is causing some hiccups at the airport and on the roadways, and we are on one of the busiest travel days of the year. So we're going to check in on those fronts in just a few. But first, let's get over to meteorologist Brittany Van Voorhees. So do we need to prepare for even more rain, or are we in the clear now?